Yeah, very great. Takes nice shots on net. So anytime they hit the goal, they hit the goalie, they hit the fight. Not what they miss.
Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to Game 4 of the 2025 Can-Am semifinals between the Grand River Warriors, who are the home team here in Game 4. You see them right there, and they will be playing, once again, the Tonawanda Braves, who had a huge comeback last night. It was 13-7 after 2 periods of play, and then in a 10-minute span of the third period, the Braves came all the way back to tie it up and then got the last 2 goals of the game. Both teams are coming in tonight determined. Tonawanda does not want to go back and play at home. They do very well at home, but they don't want to have a game 5. Grand River is trying to force that 5th and deciding game. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Here you see the starting goaltender. Oh, we saw him a second ago. Sorry, starting in net for the Braves is Jake Lazor. He'll be backed up by Joel Watson. At the other end of the floor, Imani Mitten is starting backed up by Norm Isaacs. Fair bit going on across the world of lacrosse, but this is where you want to be tonight as the first possession by the Braves comes to naught, and Cole Palace will flick it ahead to Stu Martin. A few changes for the Warriors. They've got Tom Montour out. They've got Lennox Mitten out. Dalwit Martin draws in. Right now, Marshall Palace, one of the key factors on offense, will fling it to the near side. Stu Martin up for an offensive shift. They've got the back door to Marshall Palace. Sorry, that was Sam Firth on the back door. Big pressure here from Todd Thomas. But the Braves will come up over center. Zach Belter. You see that sleeve on the calf. He blocked a shot with it. And he said it's been lingering, but he loosens up as the game goes. Last night, he had a couple of huge plays, including a big transition goal. And possession now with Owen Martin and the Warriors. Owen Martin, another player who was not in last night, but is playing tonight. Jacob Bomberry, top scorer for this club in the regular season, tries to feed it through to Howdice Miracle. Didn't quite connect. Well defended by Cam Seneca. But it's going to be picked off. Cole Palace runs into a 3-on-2. Backdoor quick stick. Nice pass to Monty Thomas, but a big save, Jake Lazor. Lazor started out okay last night, had a really rough stretch, was replaced by Wayne Abrams for a while. Abrams started to leak a little, so they brought Lazor back in, and he was dynamite during that stretch when they were coming back, just shutting the door and giving his teammates the chance to do the damage they needed to do. Grennan quickly back across to Baker. Print up, back to Grennan. The shot, Imani Mitten is there. Mitten went down last night, came back, stayed in the game, but boy, you could tell he was shaken up. He is ready to go. He is a warrior, a youngster, playing for the Port Coquitlam Saints last year in Junior A, as was Damani Thomas, number 43 at the forward. And there is Ray Hill battling through a double team pressure. Getting late in the shot clock, and the Warriors already have now three defenders on the floor. Here comes Avery Steinbach Parker. Watch there by Martin. Has some pressure. Nice little dump off to get to Owen Hill. Great pass through the middle. Grennan stopped, stepped in the crease. That's going to be Warriors possession. Best of 5 series. Game 1, Tonawanda 23-6-1. Just ran away with it. Game 2, though, different story. Grand River got out ahead. Tonawanda battled back, and they wound up going to overtime. A Sam Firth goal. Now we have the first close to a goal by Damani Thomas. He rings one off the post to get this one going. Last night, again, Tonawanda was ahead. Then a run. It was 6-6. Oh, there's the first goal of the game. Zach Belter on the run. Nice little drop pass. Belter runs into the frame. A pick. Boy, that's a nice assist and pick there by Jason Chido. Chido has been doing a really good job for this club. Thanks, everyone, for being with us. Should be quite a game. It was a thriller last night. It was perplexing. Play hadn't been blown in yet, and you can see Cam Seneca was like, hey, he's checking me. That's Ryan Johnson. A big game last night. Zach Terry thought about the shot. Grand River's defense looking more like the defense that made it. Oh, there's a rip from the outside by Waylon Abrams. I was just about to say looking more like the defense that made it tough for the Braves to score than the one that was leaking. But again, just too much space for Waylon Abrams. That was the issue last night. Not getting out, not pressing. And that one just gets right past the hip, that thigh area between the hip and the knee. Such a tough spot for goalies. And it's 2-0 for the Braves. Warriors need to be careful because the Braves can absolutely run away on you. Good pressure there. Looks like the Braves will still come away with possession. Nope, they're not giving up. Big check there by Dawit Martin. There's going to be a check from behind call. Illegal cross check. Corey Becker will go to the box. Give the Warriors a chance. Belter has been a beast in transition. First, starting at the top. Oh, they're going to go sidearm pass. Skip pass. Paulus gets it back. In front, trying to go, I think, to Damani Thomas. Thomas will now get it. Pretty good rotation there by Mason Homer. Oh, but then the rip around Homer. Shot from Todd Thomas. See Thomas get this one back, and he is loaded up. Sees he's got some space. And blasted home. That's a big response for the Warriors. Marshall Stevens at the dot. Up against Anthony D'Amico, draws back in. Only a couple of changes for the Braves. D'Amico comes in and Ian Dolak sits out. And Joel Watson coming in to back up Jake Lazor. Firth gets it up top to Stove Harris. He was out last night. They're going to look for him to make a big contribution. Passes it across. Marshall Paulus blasts one. It was blocked out front. Lazor tries to get it, but he is beaten to the punch by Todd Thomas. You can see Lazor's thinking, the ball's going. He starts to go. What a play by Todd Thomas to reach around Anthony D'Amico. Grab control of that ball. Oh, that is a terrific loose ball. Just talking with someone before the game about how there's a algorithm for how many loose balls lead to goals. How many loose balls lead directly to goals. Shots on net lead to goals. And that loose ball led directly to a goal for Todd Thomas. We're all tied up 2-2. Drive to the middle. Waylon Abrams. My goodness, what a catch. Gates Abrams, the top facilitator in the league this year. You can see why. That's a beautiful touch pass into Waylon. And Waylon Abrams just bangs that one home. Shots pretty even so far. 6 for the Warriors, 5 for the Braves. 5 of those 11 shots have gone in. That is a crazy scoring percentage that will not keep up. But guys have been sniping. Here's Belter battling through. Now he's just showing off. Oh, Belter. Don't see a penalty call. Thought there might be a holding. That shot goes wide. And Belter wants it back. Oh, they're going to go in the middle instead. Good decision as they hit the cutting Mike Smoke. Sorry, that was Avery Steinbach Parker. Devontae Thomas moves it on just before he gets hit. Firth takes that pass from Miracle. We'll go back to, no. Thought he was going back to Miracle. Now he's going to skip it over Marshall Powless. Devontae Thomas slipping behind the net. See if they get to him as he comes out. Oh, he's picked up nicely there by Brayley Abrams. Sidearm feed behind the back. Good shot to Devontae Thomas, but Jake Lazor was ready. Here's Chido. Good decision to pull up. Got himself up past center, got the ball, and then waited as he saw the Warriors had their defense coming out. Owen Hill. Little slip from Jesse Longboat. Coming over the top is Kent Baker. Print up, rips it. That is a blast. And I think we have a penalty coming after the play to Dawit Martin. Oh, didn't quite see it. Hit the replay button a little bit too soon. After the goal, Dawit Martin just a little cross check and it slid up into the face. That is a worst case scenario for the Warriors. Give up the goal and then go immediately to the penalty kill. Strong right formation for the Braves. Nate Senna is up to Gates Abrams. He'll blast one, saved by Mitten. Monty Mitten was having some trouble with balls down low. You can see them firing at his feet again. That pass doesn't quite connect with Longboat. Grennan gets it, almost stepped over. The Warriors think he did. It was very close. His toes were on the offensive side. His heels were on the back side, but did his heels touch down? I don't think they did. I think the call was right, and that means the Braves will remain on the power play set. Owen Hill up to Waylon Abrams as they go strong left this time. Grennan in the middle. They feed one through. Good ball movement. That shot's blocked, though. Down to 3 on the shot clock. The Warriors are just going to muck this, and it will be Warriors possession. Still 1:07 to kill on the penalty. Thomas on his own in the corner. Now he's going to get some help here from Stove Harris. Harris sets the pick and just continues on into the crease. Todd Thomas is getting his steps in. Oh, that was knocked down. On the run here is Brayley Abrams. He drops it off, and Mason Homer will just leave it. Hitting ball worked for a second, but then they realize Gates Abrams has it. You got to cradle if you have the ball. Otherwise, they know that you have it. Oh, good forecheck pressure, but a nice pass out of trouble. Good job by Eric Poirier. Jacob Bomberry to Devontae Thomas. Penalty expires just as Cole Powless is stripped, but Dawit Martin is back there ready to play defense. Here's Corey Becker. Terry flings one across to the far side. Nate Senez trying to break down his defender. That pass was tipped by Martin, but got through. The rip from the outside by Belter, who's just staying up and playing offense now, and then throws a punch. Belter's going to take a penalty here. Dalwood Martin getting under his skin. And this has been an issue for the Braves. This is what their coaching staff talked about going into last night. They said, in game 2, when the Warriors won, they had 6 power play goals. They had 12 power plays. He said, if we can cut that in half, give up 3 power play goals on 6 power plays, we're going to be okay. We're going to win. You just can't keep taking the penalties. And that 2-minute roughing call to Belter. We'll see what the Warriors can do with their chance. They go strong left, as usual. The Firth up top. Palace and Miracle, the lefties. That's Damani Thomas down low. Todd Thomas, 15 at the shooter spot. Firth is going to rip it right into the belly pad of Jake Lazor. And off goes Mason Homer. They try to hit him with the outlet pass. And it's loose. Neither of them knows where it is. And the first one to get to it is Homer. First, they've got Sam Firth. He's stuck out on D, but they're on the power play, so that's not so bad. He looks to the bench. They say, yeah, just stay out there. They are leaving a hanger. Marshall Palace is up the floor. So there's a Braves defender with him. That's going to be an over and back. Picking it up right near center was Taylor Jensen, but the shot clock was about to expire anyway. Here come the Warriors. Firth has it. Firth at the top. Oh, nice stick there by Anthony Patterson to get in the lane. They come to Todd Thomas. Oh, that's a block by Cam Seneca. Hopefully it hit the stick. It looks like he's okay. Firth to Palace behind the back. Miracle, his shot is wide. They're going to run out of time in the 30. Firth's going to have to just put it down. And 47 left in the penalty, as you can see. Owen Hill goes for a sprint. Drops the pass off to Grennan. Very smooth. Owen Hill, such a smooth player. Gets that pass. Oh, nice defense there, because that was a dangerous one. But Cole Palace got a bit of it. Dalwood Martin leaves it. Bobbling it a bit was Owen Martin, but he's all good. Marshall Palace, that BTB, is going to get it back. He's got Todd Thomas near side. Pass to him. Shot saved by Lazor. Nice job stepping out. And Jensen gliding up the floor. Man, he covers some ground. Good decision. He had a decent shooting lane, but not great. So he's going to let them set up. Oh, that's a nice pass. And a rip there from Waylon Abrams. And the Braves will go back to the set offense. Baker Prince up with a big pick far side. That blast from Zach Terry. That's going to be an over and back. And it'll be a Warriors possession. We're already past the midpoint of this first period. It is flying along. Thanks, everyone, for being with us. Tell your friends. Get them to join in. And we're 1 subscriber away from 200. You can enjoy the internal satisfaction of being the 200 subscriber. Just click that button. Marshall Palace, nice job avoiding the crease behind the back from Miracle, but it's just wide. Okay, it's way wide. Outlet pass, nice job finding Brayley Abrams. Jacob Bomberry, nice hustle back in transition defense now. He's going to get off the floor. That is how you do it. If you're a young player, you're a forward, you're wondering how you do it, you go back in the transition defense, and then you get off the floor, get your defenders out. Corey Becker with the shot, no problem for Mitten. Stu Martin's going to run out through a double team, fights his way through it. Managed to hang on to the ball. And we'll bounce one to Todd Thomas. Martin's going to stay. How nice Miracle to Firth. That pass gets through to Miracle. Marshall Palace was down on the floor. And he's getting frustrated, getting into it with Anthony Patterson. Palace took a misconduct last night as he was getting very frustrated at the end of last night's game. I think they're both going to go, or is it just Patterson? And then Patterson throws an elbow at Todd Thomas as he goes off the floor. So it's roughing to Patterson. The Warriors back to the power play. Shots now 11-9 for Tonawanda. And as suspected, the flow of goals has trickled down a bit, slowed to more of a trickle. Monty Thomas behind the back. They were ready. Diamond formation for the most part here for Tonawanda, and picked up, taking off, Taylor Jensen. It's fun just watching him run. Passes it off. Nice shot, but a stop by Mitten. Rebound attempt. That one was stopped as well. Here's Longboat. That one's stripped. Nobody's sure where it is. Eric Poirier has it behind him. And that's going to be a turnover. 10-second count. 8-second count. Yeah. And the Braves will get it. Grand River hanging a player up top again, so Belter will stay with How Dice Miracle. We're 3-on-4 with good 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Poirier carefully watching Nate Senez. Nice underhand pass, a hard shot from him downtown. Good sign for the Warriors that Mitten had no trouble with that because he was struggling with the balls down around his feet last night. Marshall Powless has it. I don't know if they were trying to hit him ball trick. There's Todd Thomas, reaches around, just misses. That's going to go into the bench of the Braves, and they'll get possession. It didn't touch anyone on the way. 45 left on the power play. And play held up as the Braves were trying to start up in the offensive zone instead of back in their own. So Nate Grennan was lob it back to Belter. Sam Firth trying to check him. Belter just runs right through that. And Firth staying up the floor. Grennan misses. They've got Firth alone. Can they get it to him? They forced one last night that turned into a kind of a key turnover. You could tell they figured they had him, and it was actually Belter that was coming off the bench that wound up picking off that pass as they tried to set him up last night. Belter wants a holding the stick. He's not going to get it. But with a fresh 30, they can now kill the rest of the power play, the penalty kill. Here's Owen Hill, watched by Cole Powless. Gates Abrams just surveying. Flicks one out to Waylon Abrams. Trying to pull into position. Gets a shot off. Missed the net. It'll be picked up by Cole Powless. Warriors just a couple seconds left on the power play. They will not be getting a shot off on it. And they've got to get up over center. And the 8-second count occurs, and it's going to be Braves possession. Big battle in front. Play hadn't even been blown in yet. Waylon Abrams and Jesse Longboat getting into it. You can tell both sides want to make the other team feel like they've been in a series. They have. By this time of the season, oh, there's a chance. Wide open. Big save, Jake Lazor. Glorious chance for Owen Martin. It's going to get up and out of play, and the Warriors will get it, but that's a huge stop. 5:20 to go here. No problem for Lazor on that Jacob Bomberry rip. Off goes Mason Homer. He'll step inside the restraining line and hand it off. Gates Abrams may have had a career season this year. Vern Hill runs him into the boards. Gates will give him a little shove back. They tried to go to the back door, didn't quite connect. Terry comes down with it. He's going to fire one late in the shot clock. Imani Mitten seeing the ball well tonight. Vern Hill will take his time coming forward. Nope, he's actually going to fling it ahead immediately. That one just got away from Cole Powless. And Jake Lazor will make the pickup a little challenging for Owen Hill, throwing a pass right around his feet. No problem for the slick-mitted Owen Hill. Will flick it across. Senez pulls it down. Nice little shovel pass. Baker print up. That's a bit far for Waylon Abrams. Chance to break away for Ryan Johnson. He's just going to let the over and back occur and let the offense come out with 4:11 to play. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. I am Steven Stamp. This is Stamp Lax Productions on YouTube. Very excited to have you along with us and watch what is already quite a game. You know it's going to ramp up as we get towards the later stages. Becker across, nice save, Mitten on a Gates Abrams shot that was deceptively tricky. It's kind of redundant. Jensen has the ball pop loose, but he's headed to that direction, hands it off to Gates Abrams. Lollipop pass up top, and Becker's going to slow things down. Steinbach Parker will head to the bench. Tried to hit Senez in the slot. Or sorry, that was Jensen staying out for the offensive shift. Here's Cole Powless. Jacob Bomberry was sprinting up, thinking there might be a lane. There was not. The Braves got their defenders out, and then that ball is knocked down. Bomberry comes away with it. No possession by the Braves, so the shot clock down to 15. The pass doesn't connect with Thomas. Now it gets away, and Jake Lazor. These teams like to run. Here comes Brayley Abrams. He leaves it for Owen Hill. Senez back to Hill. Nice spin move. Good defensive coverage, but that leaves Senez wide open. His rip is stopped. Oh, the ball gets away from Longboat, and it's going to be tracked down by Hill. He has to flick it behind him because his momentum was taking him over center. And that is a long way of the ball getting to Colby Martin and up over center for the Warriors. Miracle behind the goal line. Steinbach Parker out on him. Avery Steinbach Parker in this year's NLL draft. Play forward. As you see, he's playing D. Tranny here. And as you see, he's taking a holding penalty. Not much question on that one. There are sticks all over the floor. Steinbach Parker knows it. He got tangled up around the neck. And another power play opportunity. So the Braves not exactly limiting the power plays the way they had hoped, but they are limiting the power play goals, doing a pretty good job on the penalty kill. They'll have Belter, Jensen, Becker, and Mason Homer will be the penalty killers. Palace at the top, right down to Damani Thomas. Great chance, but stopped by Lazor, who's been sharp. Again, he was sharp early last night, then ran into some issues in the second period. What a behind-the-back rip. Marshall Palace is feeling it. Todd Thomas with the goal. Power play marker, 22 seconds into the man advantage. Nice skip pass, and nobody on Todd Thomas. Somebody's going to be open when you're on the power play. It's hard to cover them all. You get that good ball movement, and it's Todd Thomas that will finish that one off. It's a one-goal game with 2 minutes to go here in the first period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Stamp Lax Productions on YouTube. Stevens pulls it out, but it's going to be... Oh, it will be possession. Nice job, Owen Martin, to avoid the crease. Some dipsy doodling along the crease line. And now makes the outlet pass, but he's going to throw that one away. He was running out of time on the 8-second count. Jensen. Boy, Nathan Grennan is just flirting with that center line all night tonight. Pick there from Baker Printup. They come to Terry. He's going to swim move past Vern Hill, but Hill, nice recovery to stay on the defense. That's going to be over and back. Just looking to see if anybody had a touch. They did not. Solid officiating crew once again tonight. The winner of this series goes on to face the Allegany Arrows, who finished off Newtown. Here's Thomas trying to tie it up. Big save, Jake Lazor. That series went 3-1, but it was tight last night. A one-goal game. Very tight series. The winner, of course, of the league goes on to the President's Cup, August 24th to 30th in Whitby, Ontario, home of the Brooklyn Merchants, who will be the hosts. Finished first in Ontario. Waylon Abrams, rip, Mitten with the save. It's loose behind the net. Baker Printup comes away with it, and they'll slow things down. 40 seconds to go here. They're not going for a 2-for-1, so it looks like let's use their possession. Not worry too much about letting the Warriors have last possession for the period. Nobody's taking a timeout. We'll see if the Warriors do, if they get possession. 11 left on the shot clock as Waylon Abrams trots into the offensive zone, just blasts one. No, they're just going to push. They got 15 seconds. That's enough time. Dawit Martin finds Sam Firth. Just need to compose themselves. Oh, and Firth, is that a shot? That's going to give a chance the other way for Brayley Abrams. Forces Amani Minton to make one last save, but we hit the first intermission with the shots 20-14 in favor of the Tonawanda Braves. They have started to pull ahead, and we're going to give you a quick rundown as the players leave the floor of games across the continent tonight in the BCJAL, the BC Junior A League. The Victoria Shamrocks trying to eliminate the Nanaimo Timbermen. They're up 10-7. They've done it. The Shamrocks win that BC Junior A semifinal 4-2. We've got some WLA action wrapping up a huge game tonight. The Shamrocks and Adanacs. That's later after we finish. Meredith Cup rode the Burlington Warriors up 7-3 on the North Shore Kodiaks in game 1 of that OJCLL semifinal series. The playoffs are underway in the Ontario Series lacrosse, and the Hamilton Bengals in the third period are up 8-4 in game 1 of their series with Six Nations Rivermen. If the Brooklyn Merchants win their first round series against Owen Sound, the winner of that Hamilton Six Nations series goes to the President's Cup. And what else? We've also got some Three Nations action going on between the Snake Island Muskies. And we're going to have to get back to that one because the refresh just did not work. But we will let you know all about that when we come back for the second period in 9 minutes and 40 seconds here on Stamped Lax Productions. See you soon. Wow, we were muted that whole time. Yeah, just unmuted myself. Thanks, guys. I said some really nice things, too. It was some great commentary. It always is when I'm muted. Thank you, everyone. Just saying hey to Herbie John. Good to have you on the feed. Saying, Herbie, go ahead and subscribe. I want to get to 200. There's your goal. Marshall Palace on his offside. Just handcuffs. Jake Lazor looks back. That is a goalie's nightmare. Spinning around to see that ball already over the goal line. It's going to be Stu Martin this time out for the draw, and he's going to scoop it up cleanly to himself. We're all tied up at 4 with a minute to go on the Johnson penalty. That shorthanded goal. Marshall Palace just catching Jake Lazor, maybe a little unaware. Martin still with the ball down in the corner. Double teamed by Chido. And it's going to be white possession. Sam Firth taking his time. Still 16 on the shot clock. About a half minute on the penalty. Marshall Palace takes that short, hard pass. Gets flattened by Steinbach Parker as he releases the shot. Both teams looking to play physical here. 17 on the penalty. So they've got time to set up and get a shot off. Gates Abrams will take it, rips one. Got back out to Baker Printup. Now they're going to wait with 3 seconds left on the penalty. Johnson will race in. Nice feed through, big save, or was that the post? Not sure whether that was Mittner or the post, but great chance, just turned aside. Baker Printup flips it down. Feed through to Waylon Abrams. It's a big stop by Mitten. Taken off to the races. Owen Martin will get it back. Haven't really had a chance to see transitions. We've had the special team situations so far. Who will be the first to get their running game going? Right now, it will be Howdice Miracle getting his shot going. What a blast from Miracle. He is the quick stick master, but shows you what he's got from the outside, a rocket just inside the far post. Warriors push into the lead. They had a huge second last night. Big hit, but Stevens holds on to it. Flips the ball across. That's going to be an over. No. I thought it was an over and back. I agree with you, Corey. Taylor Jensen. I thought you pushed him back over. They'll hand it off to Firth. 10 on the shot clock as Jacob Bomber shops from the corner, rolls out to the top, flips behind the back. Palace put back by Firth. That's a goal. Firth just racing towards the net as that ball pops out. You see nobody picking him up. So hard for the defenders when they have to turn to see that ball behind, but possession once again to the Warriors. Again, they had a big second period last night. Seemed like everything was going in. There they have a great chance to Monty Thomas. That is gorgeous. What a two-man game here. Damani Thomas with the pick, the roll, a little subtle pass, and that's a beautiful bouncer. Thomas puts the ball about the edge of the crease or just inside and up into the far top corner. No movement yet for Joel Watson. He is just opening a door still. We'll see if the Warriors keep going, if Lazor gets a break again. Seneca flings it far side. Looked like Terrier's having to think. Seneca takes one more pass, moves it on to Senez. Big pick. There's the roll. Grennan steps in the crease. Was trying to set up something really spectacular, but got bumped onto the line. And here comes Owen Martin. Flings it ahead to Firth. He's going to blast it. That one did not touch anything. But it's going to come back to Firth. That will be over and back. Owen Hill feeds it through. Nice pass, but Abrams stopped by the post. Belter with the forecheck. Pops out, and Jesse Longboat ran into 3 black jerseys. Eventually, he's going to get it back, though. Now his stick is knocked right out of his hands. Gates Abrams will grab it. What a sequence there. Abrams' shot is blocked. He's going to go back and try and get it back, but it'll be picked up. And now we have a penalty coming to Jesse Longboat. It'll be a holding call. So with a 7-4 Warriors lead, the Braves will have a chance to turn things around. It's 25-19 in shots right now for the Braves, which means the Warriors have had the edge so far here in this period. They're closing the gap a little bit. Obviously, the likelihood is the Braves are going to get some shots here. They may just need one. Who knows? Senez flips it up top. Waylon Abrams puts his shoulder into Colby Martin. That was quite a battle. That's going to be over and back, and Grennan will have to drop it. That's a great change, though, to get Taylor Jensen out as the Warriors were trying to slip Stove Harris off the bench quickly. Nice job by Grennan to get off, get the defender on. Here's Firth. Minute and a half left in the Warriors penalty. Firth will go for a trot. He's the deepest man, so he's just going to flip it down. He is by the bench so he can get it. Yeah, he's going to send a defender out with 7 left on the shot clock. Oh, and late in the 30. That is not a good scenario for the Braves, as they just had to let Todd Thomas hang on to the ball for a couple seconds. They would have got it back. That allows the Warriors to kill another 30 here. Todd Thomas, a hard-working man tonight, followed there by Homer. Quick release by Marshall Palace. That's about where he scored from earlier in the game. Misses the net on this one. The Braves have 48 left on the power play to work with. Owen Hill flips it up immediately. Terry just kept it moving. Terry to Waylon Abrams. Oh, what a pass in front. Owen Hill with the catch, but eventually steps in the crease. And the Warriors are going to be able to kill the rest of this penalty. Nice hustle by Stu Martin to get up over center. $10 left on the power play. Couple seconds more than that on the shot clock. Oh, that's too many. Oh, he just stepped into the change box, so he's okay. But you can hear the Braves calling too many as the Warriors started to send somebody out when they already had 4 players on the floor. We're back to even strength, 5-on-5. The Braves into the offensive zone. Waylon Abrams, hard shot, stopped by Monty Mitten, who was critical to the success of this club. He's been playing well here tonight. Big pick, a little too big from Waylon Abrams. They're trying to spring Jensen, who actually collided with Ryan Johnson as he was going to the bench. Warriors trying to force a game 5 tomorrow. Be tomorrow afternoon. That shot a little bit wide. Did it touch anybody? It did not. It'll be an over and back. And a penalty coming here. Stu Martin actually gets hurt as he's drawing this penalty. They're going to send him off to the bench. Oh, he's a little shaken up. It looks like his right knee. Oh, yeah, he's not having a good time getting over. There's going to be a power play here, and Stove Harris is coming over to serve this one for Stu Martin. Warriors bench getting the explanation. Again, if there is a fifth game, it will go tomorrow in Tonawanda. Make sure you tune into Blue Squatch Productions for that one, if it happens. It's a great question, Jedworks. Is this the same game as yesterday? Boy, some similarities, eh? As it's playing out. Right now, Gates Abrams will start the power play. Strong right with Senez and Baker Printup. Over to Waylon Abrams. They've got Grennan down low. Pass through doesn't quite connect. It's Cole Palace and Vern Hill at the top. Colby Martin and Dawit Martin down low. Rip from Grennan. Oh, put back. What a shot there. Kent Baker Printup. It's had kind of a quiet series, but this is what he is so good at. Look at him change the level, go mid to high, reaching around the defender. I don't think Monty Mitten saw that at all. Seven to 5. Stevens had the clamp, but it was D'Amico pulling it out, ball popping loose though. Corey Becker, nice pick from Jensen. That's a big save from Amani Mitten because, again, he had some issues last night, especially some of those low shots. Big foot save. If he is sharp, it's a huge difference maker. Gets that arm save. Not sure he even saw that one, but he was in the right position to stop Anthony Patterson's shot. He's going to give a little tap to Jesse Longboat, who would like a call. He's not going to get that. Patterson and Longboat getting into it in front. Big swat, big pick. Is that a goal? No goal. It's an illegal cross-check call. Now, is that a penalty, or are they just calling illegal pick? They're just calling the illegal pick. So it was the last one, of course, that gets called. It was back and forth. Longboat swatting at Patterson. Patterson cross-checking onto Longboat. There's Howdice Miracle. He scored from there earlier. Over to Marshall Palace now. Rip saved. Nice grab by Taylor Jensen in the crease. The outlet pass to Belter. Belter has been running in transition. He's going to come up and Stace and a big pick. Great play. What a finish. My goodness, that is pretty lacrosse. Here's Belter. He'll just leave it here. Goes to set the pick as Gates Abrams hits Grennan, who tiptoes along the crease. I mean, that's just a perfect play. Shots now 32-21 for the Braves. They're starting to assert themselves, but they trail 7-6 as we're nearing the midway point of this second period. Possession for the Braves. You got to give the assist to Gates Abrams, too. They only awarded it to Belter. You got to give Gates Abrams his apple. Gonna pass that one out. Nice pickup by Baker Print up off the ground. That's gonna be an over and back though on the shot. Pass through to Devontae Thomas. Wasn't in a shooting position. Now he's gonna be grabbed. The Warriors wanted a holding call on Homer. Didn't get it. They're gonna flip it out. Caught by Powell. Nice save. Jake Lazar had to be alert. Taylor Jensen and picking up another loose ball in the crease. And then takes off. Oh, they've got the man wide open off the bench. It's Grennan. He's through the crease. That actually a bit of a break, so I'm not sure Jesse Longboat realized that Grennan was through the crease and couldn't play the ball. He could have just picked it up with no concern. Now Grennan's going to get it back. Cam Seneca, fake, shoots. Oh, that I think hit something out front. It seemed to change direction. Huge tying goal. You see Seneca throws this hard fake, pulls it down. Oh, yeah, that hit the stick of Colby Martin. That is a tough break for Martin and Imani Mitten. And Grand River's going to take their second period timeout as we're just past the midpoint. And boy, this does have some similarities to last night. Not the huge swings, but minor swings back and forth. Want to update you on that game we were getting to, the Snake Island Muskies and Akwesasne Bucks, as we near the end of the Three Nations season. And the Muskies with a 10-7 win solidify their hold on first place. They're going to be playing the Capital Region Axemen in the playoffs, it would appear. And Ganawega Mohawks and Akwesasne Bucks headed for a showdown in the semifinals. That should be a good series. Snake Island, one of the many really strong contenders for this year's President's Cup, but it is not going to be easy for them, as noted by the fact that the Capital Region Axemen beat the Muskies last night. Big game. Get their third win of the season. Capital Region fourth in that 4-team league, but they are a good club. Very competitive league. Of course, very competitive here as well. Hamilton Bengals tonight in the third. Is that one over? They are up 10-6 on the River. It is a final. Hamilton Bengals 10-6 over the Six Nations Rivermen in Game 1 in Ontario Series. A lot of action going on. Right now, though, this is the place to be. We are ready to roll. And the Braves with some momentum, but they don't get that possession. Jacob Bomberry with the shot. Ryan Johnson will get the rebound as it was blocked. He's waving off Jacob Bomberry, who I think he's saying, no, just give me the ball and go do your thing. Sam Firth has it. No, it is with Jacob Bomberry. I missed a pass there. Here's Todd Thomas. Becker all over him. 6 on the shot clock. Bomberry will take one from downtown. No problem for Lazar. And he's looking up the floor. He's going to one-hop a long pass. Hit Patterson. There's the backdoor. Owen Hill. Big save. Imani Mitten. Oh, they're going to say handball in the crease for a penalty shot. So here's the shot by Hill. Oh, yeah. Colby Martin just. Oh, that is a tough one. But, yeah. Right call. I mean, the official right in position. No hesitation. It's going to be a penalty shot, and Gates Abrams is going to take it. I don't know how you decide who takes this shot. There's so many talented offensive players. Gates Abrams is a pretty good choice. Getting the details of what he needs to do explained to him. And he will come down, not too wide. Nice save, Imani Mitten. A few fakes. Abrams goes thigh high. Just stopped there by Mitten. That's a big save. We remain tied 7-7, a little past the midway point of this second period in Game 4 of the Can-Am Lacrosse League semifinals. 2-1 lead for the Braves. in the series, 7-7 in this one. Again, tomorrow. What time is that game tomorrow, if there is one? Blue Squatch, you would know since you're going to be streaming that one. I think it might be at 3 p.m., but let's double check. Nice face-off by Nick D'Amico. Taylor Jensen on the run, but he's well covered by Poirier to take away the transition chance. Well rolled. They had a man on the back door. Senes was there, but he was picked up. That's some good rotation by the Warriors, but Gates Abrams blasts that one. Mitten stopped it, didn't know where the rebound was. Waylon Abrams picks it up, and the possession continues for the Braves. Senes to Abrams, back to him. That's off a Warriors defender, up and out of play. It'll bounce back into the rink off the netting, and Zach Terry will start with it. Fresh 30. He's going to let it blast. Save, scores! We heard the save, but it wasn't enough. It sounded like a save. Monty Mitten got some, but it just squeaks through, and the Braves have pulled ahead 8-7. 8:26 to go in the second. $5 p.m. Kerry Lee Logan and I both thought it was 3, but thanks, Trevor Butts. It's 5 p.m. tomorrow if there's a game 5 in Tonawanda. And that's a jump by Marshall Stevens. Gates Abrams will come up and take possession. And immediately, the pass to Owen Hill. Great chance, but Monty Mitten, another save. He is doing yeoman duty here to keep the Warriors in this one. Shots on goal at this point seem to be heavily in favor of the Braves, and it is 38-23. So yes, the Braves are definitely out shooting the Warriors. Mitten playing well. That's an illegal pick on Grennan. Vern Hill's running the floor. They get it to him. Big save. Nice hustle back by Owen Hill to make it a little trickier because Vern Hill is deadly in those situations. Belter hands it off, comes to set a pick. Oh, that's a big pick. Really well played. The pass doesn't quite connect with Terry. He did track it down. Now he's going to let it fly again. That one's blocked. A penalty coming to Stu Martin. Martin with the cross check to the back of Belter. I'm not sure how hard Zach Belter tried to stay up there, but I always say it's not your responsibility if you're getting cross-checked in the back to stay up. Don't want to see guys diving all over the place, but if somebody knocks you forward, you don't really have to fight to keep your feet. So an 8-7 lead and a power play here. And Waylon Abrams, backdoor to Gates Abrams. Great pass. I thought Waylon was shooting, but a nice save. Mitten moving very well, post to post. Remember, he was down on the floor last night, looked uncertain to keep going, but just did. That one's picked off. Nice job staying out of the crease by Owen Martin, and he takes off. He's got Cole Powless with him. Powless is going to have to slow it up. Great hustle from Nathan Grennan to get back. And then another Brave gets to the bench to get Taylor Jensen out. Jensen's so fast. Lots of time left on the penalty. Ripped from the outside by Firth. Chido gets it ahead. Here's Jensen. He'll just leave it for Gates Abrams and go for a change. They're going to set the power play up. Again, if there's a game 5, it'll be tomorrow at 5 p.m. in Tonawanda. You can see it live on Blue Squatch Productions with Trevor Butts. Oh, nice move, but they're going to call the pick. It was a good finish by Gates Abrams, but I think Mitten may have heard the whistle because it was going as he was taking the shot. They're going to leave Gates Abrams up the floor. The Warriors are 4-on-4 in their offensive end, but now it's going to be wide open and swatted ahead. Gates Abrams Basically another penalty shot. Another save by Imani Minton. Racing forward is Jesse Longboat. Protects the ball well, but then gets it stripped anyway by Belter. Good defensive play. Now the double team on Howdice Miracle. Ball stripped. It's a 2-on-1. Belter and Gates Abrams. Abrams back to Belter. Oh, he misses the net. I don't think Minton got any of that one. Belter, and it's funny because Gates Abrams was kind of pointing to Belter. Belter gives him the ball, and Abrams just back to him. Almost a collision there by Stu Martin coming back into the play out of the penalty box with Owen Martin. Firth. Marshall Palace was de-sticked, so Firth will just rip one from outside. Patterson gives Marshall Palace a shove away from the crease. Righty coming off the bench. To lefty, that's going to be... Didn't see what that call was, but it's going to be a turnover, and the Warriors will come back the other way. Top out of play, penalty coming here as Firth was, or Damani Thomas was flattened. It's going to be a slashing call. And a chance for the Warriors. I think that's Jason Chido. Yeah, it is. So we'll see Belter at the top of the diamond that Tonawanda is setting up with Cam Seneca down low. Jensen and Homer, the men in the middle. Big pick from Damani Thomas. Todd Thomas shoots. Nice save. Jake Lazor seeing the ball well. Little sidearm pass. That's a nifty pass from the goaltender. Jensen behind the back to Belter. Belter lets it rip. Imani Minton was pretty casual about that one, but he made the save. It's up out of play. Ryan Johnson can only bemoan the fact that is heading up into the stands. And Taylor Jensen will start with possession. Ryan Johnson to press him. The Warriors leave Howdice Miracle up the floor. So he's watched by Cam Seneca. Zach Terry really looked like he was thinking about having a shot there, but he's going to let the 30 keep ticking, let the penalty keep winding down. Double team, gets through it, scores! What a play. That's a good shot to take by Zach Terry. Look at that move, the swim, the jab step, and then the reaching shot. That's a beauty for a shorthanded goal from Zach Terry. Shots now 44-27. And it is turned into a 9-7 lead. More reflective now of how the game is going. D'Amico, Stevens. This is quite a lacrosse game, folks. Based on what's happened the last couple of games in this series, there's lots more to come in the final 24 minutes of play. Warriors will try to take advantage of this power play. Howdice Miracle backpedaling. Firth dragging. Palace the third lefty. They've got Todd Thomas and Damani Thomas over on the far side. Belter goes for the poke check. Doesn't work. Ball bouncing out front. It's going to be Miracle getting it. They're down to 2 on the shot clock. He's got to get one off. Does so. It will be a reset, but it's scooped up by Belter. Tries to spin. Nice shovel pass ahead to get it to Steinbach Parker, who's going to get one back from Gates Abrams. Chance for Belter. Big save, Imani Minton. Sam Firth takes the pass from Cole Palace. Rips it. Stopped by Lazor. Palace had it. Goes to Marshall. Oh, big save. Grabbed there by Homer. Nice outlet pass right up the middle to hit Braley Abrams, and they're going to slow things down a little. The penalty is over. Back to even strength. Chido racing across to the bench. Hard rip, another save. Minton has no idea where that rebound went, but it's okay. His teammates are on it. Colby Martin testing the patience of the officials with a little late shove to the face of Zach Terry. 2.5 to go here in the second. Senez rips one. That's going to be an illegal pick. Things definitely getting testy. Oh, what's inadvertent whistle? Play continues. Oh, first takes a bump from Jensen, who goes out of position but gets back quickly. Powell's with the shot. Another save, Lazor. Ball bouncing around. It's going to be scooped up by Anthony Patterson. Gets away from him. He doesn't know where it is, but we'll discover it in time. It's a 3-on-2. Now the Warriors come back. Backdoor, what a save! Imani Mitten on a glorious chance for Waylon Abrams, who tiptoes past the edge of the crease so he can be available for a pass. They've moved the ball. Everyone's good to go. It's a cheeky little flip pass back from Owen Hill. Then trying to set the pick. There's a big pick. They get to Gates Abrams. That did not touch anything. I thought it might have grazed off the crossbar or the shoulder of Mitten, but they're down to 6 on the shot clock. So Owen Hill's going to let one go. That definitely hit the goaltender. Pops free. Waylon Abrams thought he had it. They've got a man ahead. Get it to Cole Palace. Here he goes. Save, Jake Lazor. Great hustle coming off the bench there by Mason Homer to put some pressure on. It's a great lacrosse game, folks. Glad you're with us. Grennan. Nate Senez, watched by Stu Martin. Oh, that is just an underhand rocket from Zach Terry, who is all kinds of fired up. Whew. .101 to play in the second. It's the Braves going to come out of the second period. So far, it looks like, with the lead. Last night, it was 13-7 for the Warriors after the second. Both these teams have comebacks in them. Will the Warriors be able to enact one? The helmet comes off D'Amico, and the Braves will be awarded possession. D'Amico a little banged up. It is a battle at the faceoff dot. And D'Amico making his case that might have been a little excessive on that one. You see the family at the bottom of the shirt, the undershirt worn by D'Amico and the Braves. These guys do become families through the grind of a season. Gates Abrams, what a spin move. Stopped by Mitten. Big forecheck pressure from Belter, loses his stick. That's just flung wildly into the middle under some pressure. That's a holding call. Right there, you can see Homer gets tangled up. He's disappointed, but no question about it as he just gets the clamp on. Rodney Redeye, good to hear from you. And I agree, the Can-Am Finals will be lit, whoever is facing the Allegany Arrows. At the moment, the inside track to that belongs with the Tonawanda Braves. They lead 10-7 here in Game 4 and 2-1 in the series, but power play. Sam Firth has it. Marshall Palace behind the back. Well defended. Now an open lane for Todd Thomas. And Todd Thomas is on fire. The lefty's working, nothing there. And Todd Thomas, as Damani Thomas down low, you can see him drawing the attention of the defender. Then they hit Todd Thomas. It's a 2-goal game with 16.5 to go here in the second. I'm sure the Allegany Arrows are saying, let's go Warriors. Let's have these two teams play a game 5 and beat each other up some more. Soften them up for the Arrows. Timeout taken by the Braves as they get possession with 12.5 seconds to go. Out west in the BC Junior League, the Victoria Shamrocks have eliminated the Nanaimo Timbermen, so they will go on to the BCJLL Finals to play Coquitlam, of course. A final in the OJCLL, the Ontario Junior C semifinals. Burlington got off to a big lead, push for the comeback by the North Shore Kodiaks. They get 5 straight goals to tie it up at 7-7, and then the Warriors get the last one. Still half the third period to go when that happened, but they hold on, and the Warriors up 1-0 in that best of 5 series to see who will play the Peterborough Lakers for the Meredith Cup Championship. We do have a final. Hamilton Bengals over the Six Nations Rivermen, 10-6 in Game 1 of the Ontario Series Lacrosse semis. Of course, the winner of that could book themselves a trip to the President's Cup, the short trip up to Whitby. That's if the Merchants hang on, go and win their semifinal. What a touch pass! What a finish by Gates Abrams. Just beautiful passing. Look at Gates Abrams just finding himself some space, stepping back and burying that. That's a beauty. And with 1.4 seconds to go, the timeout works perfectly. It's 11-8 for the Braves. And that will be the score when we go to the third period. No time for anybody to get one here. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. Make sure you come back. Shots 50-33 for the Braves, and the score 11-8. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back with the third period here on Stamp Lax Productions. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. A minute to go in this intermission, and the Tonawanda Braves were standing in their tunnel, chomping at the bit to get going for this period about a minute and a half ago. They are fired up. They want to close this out. They said before the game, we're emptying the tank tonight. Amazing stat here. 20-14 were the shots at the end of the first period for Tonawanda. After the second, we talked about it. It can become a track meet. 50-33. That's a 30-19 edge in shots. That's 49 shots in the second period alone. Things are going to settle down a bit here in the third. They're ready to go. We've still got 12 seconds on the intermission clock. Nobody wants to wait. D'Amico, Stevens, ready to get rolling. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. Thanks for being with us for Game 4 of the Can-Am semifinals. The winner of this series to face the Allegany Arrows, who won in 4 games over the Newtown Golden Hawks in a very good series. I'm going to say Ryan Johnson was in early into the circle. Oh, no. They're going to say a Brave was in early. Taylor Jensen, maybe. And the head of the stick comes off for Cole Powless. Was it him that had his stick come apart last night? Somebody had one. I don't know if anybody remembers. But one of the players had their stick come apart. Equipment manager had to head down and get a new screw in there to hold it on. Saved by Mitten. Nice job by Owen Martin to run out of pressure. And a dangerous little pass from Vern Hill is going to get away from Colby Martin. And Jake Lazor heads it on up. Waylon Abrams, one-hand shovel pass. The big pick. Good two-man defense, though. Johnson all over Zach Terry. Stenez. Oh, that is just a rip from Zach Terry. A lot of space. That's not too deep, and that is, again, the issue that the Warriors were running into last night. It's just giving the Braves too much time and space to shoot. You can't let them have that room. It's a 12-8 lead. We saw the response the Braves had to a Warriors lead last night. How do the Warriors now respond to this 12-8 lead? It was 13-7 last night for the Warriors starting the third period. Now it's 12-8, just a minute and a bit in for the Braves. Corey Becker circling the net. Just gliding speed for Corey Becker. Didn't even look like he's running hard, but he is covering ground. Waylon Abrams thought about the shot. He's going to hang on and get the rest of the offense out there. Senez quickly moves it on. Owen Hill, like a statue for a moment, then gets the pass through. That one stopped by Mitten off the stick of Senez. Short outlet pass. Colby Martin bobbles it and gets himself some trouble. Took a bit of a whack to the face mask during that checking. It's going to be stripped and picked up there by Kent Baker Printup. KVP into the offensive zone. Almost an over and back as he flipped it to Owen Hill, who was just on the right side of center. Senez thought about the shot. Terry doesn't think long. He just lets it fly. There are shafts of sticks all over the floor. We saw Cole Powless before. Now there's one down right by the Grand River bench as the head and shaft again separated. Not sure if that one's broken or if it just came off. Somebody been taking all the screws out of everybody's sticks. That's another Warriors stick that fell apart. My goodness, what is going on there? Nice give and go. Is it? Ah, it's covered up. Great save by Jake Lazor. Nate Grennan. They work it to Gates Abrams. Every second that ticks by is working in the favor of the Braves, and we're going to have a penalty coming. Are they both going, or is it just possession call? Looks like possession. I guess I'll call it illegal pick. Eric Poirier up over center. Howdice Miracle almost out to the high restraining line. Sam Firth. There's a lane for him to shoot. Bounces off the backboards. Taylor Jensen, will he eventually get this? He's going to kick it free, get the ball, take off. Illegal pick called. And the Warriors will get the ball back, and somebody's got to go get it. They're going to let, okay, Amani Mitten has one, but the official will toss a fresh ball to Damani Thomas. Pops away from Miracle, but straight over to Marshall Powless. Got a Braves player on the floor. Delayed penalty call. Let's see what happens here. To check to the back from Damani Thomas. So power play coming for the Braves. They have a chance to take an even stronger grip on this game and this series. Scoreboard official, the scoring official needs to have a word with the referee. Taking a peek at the sheet. Again, this is game 4. The winner will play Allegany. So the President's Cup is what everyone in this league and the other Senior B leagues are working towards. That will be in Whitby, Ontario, August 23rd to 30th. Game starting on the 24th. 8 teams expected. The host, Brooklyn Merchants. Another representative from Ontario. If the Merchants win their first round series, that'll be the winner of the Six Nations versus Hamilton semifinal. If Owen Sound can upset the Merchants, then it'll be the winner of the championship in that league. Will be the second Ontario rep. The winner of this league will be there. Right now, it's looking like an Allegany Arrows versus Tonawanda Braves matchup in the final, but this one's not over. Still 16 minutes to go. Lots of time as they're having a discussion about something on the game sheet. Three Nations League will have a representative. Right now it's looking like Snake Island and Capital Region in the first round, and Akwesasne Bucks and Ganawage Mohawks. And Mason Homer is being sent to the box. We'll see what this call is. Manitoba and Saskatchewan also going to be there. The Rocky Mountain League champion and the champs of the West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association. Right now, Ladner looking like the club to beat out there, but they are not the Ladner team you've gotten used to over the last few years where they're loaded with pro players. The limit is 3 pros per team this year for all Senior B lacrosse in North America. Ladner's still pretty good, though, led by guys like Cody Adamson and Spencer Bromley. Sorry, no, Cody Adamson. Yes, yeah, Cody Adamson. Scoring championship. The Warriors bench is not entirely enthralled with whatever has transpired here.
Mason Homer then.
So Mason Homer went in. So we're 4-on-4 for about a minute 20. Gates Abrams can't make the catch with one hand. Ryan Johnson tries to body it. A couple of big swats to Gates Abrams. A pick there from Senez. Nice job to open up that lane, but the pass doesn't connect. It's scooped up here, and Jesse Longboat up over center. Sam Firth's going to see who he's got with him. Marshall Palace gets the big pick, but Firth loses his balance coming off of the pick. That shot was blocked. It goes straight over to Jake Lazor. Lob pass back by Chido. Nice shot by Grennan. Manage that with the body. Waylon Abrams far side. Baker Printup directing traffic with his left hand. Coming across the top. Wide open is Grennan. Big save, Mitten. I don't know how he got that open. Grennan just a little pick and then nobody with him, but the Warriors get away with it. Here's Vern Hill. Quick step. Ball bounces loose, but he gets it back. Hard work there from Jensen. And then a late cross check on the back. And the Warriors were thinking they might like a call there. Now Towdice Miracle on the floor as it's a 3-on-2. The trailer's the dangerous one. That pass was tipped on the way across. Stove Harris just getting a piece of it, or that would have been a great chance. Corey Becker will shovel it down to Belter. Senna is coming off the bench. Surveys quickly to see what's going on as they are power play now. Belter, toe drag, behind the back pass. Kind of went to nobody, but they get a chance and a goal. What a strange sequence. Oh, we're going to take a look. There is some pushing and shoving. Sorry, I wanted to see what the call there was. Shots out 57-34, still a 23 advantage. Okay, so it was a goal. A very strange sequence of events. Now a big collision. Left Ryan Johnson on the concrete. He will get up. Words being had between Jesse Longboat and one of the Braves. Just going back as you can on your YouTube. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty high check on the back. Power play chance. Todd Thomas has been on fire, but he's stopped there. Jake Lazor watching carefully as Thomas behind the back down low. Damani Thomas, skip pass, diving attempt by Howdis Miracle. That one stopped. Trent Bray had to navigate some congested waters there. Gets through. Todd Thomas rips it, save Lazor. That's not the shot Thomas was looking for. Good selection. Just didn't get it where they wanted. That's a 4-second count. Trying to get the ball cleared out of the crease. Hit the Jumbotron center floor anyway. Either way, it was going to be Warriors possession. They're back to the power play. Trailing by 5 with 13 minutes to go. Trying to get one back. Firth, hard sidearm shot. Stopped Jensen with the loose ball. Double teamed, all kinds of forecheck pressure. Nice job to just drop it to Lazor. We'll fling it ahead, and that's going to be Warriors possession. Still just under a minute left on the penalty. Thanks, Rodney. Appreciate that call out in the chat. You guys have your conversations. That's fine. Side combos are fine. Look at the wheels from Anthony Patterson. Going coast to coast. A little underhand shot. It's going to roll out to Terry. Penalty coming out front. Looks like Colby Martin will be getting it as he got tangled up with Grennan. It's going to be wiped out, though, by the Gates Abrams finish. See Grennan just getting up and recovering, going to get his stick from which he'd been separated. But look at this shot from Gates Abrams. And Grennan will be the first to celebrate. So the one thing here is Nathan Grennan. Yeah, he's standing right in the crease as that one went in, so really should have been waved off, but went to get his stick and was still walking back through the crease as Kate Abrams ripped that one. But it's 14-8. Shorthanded goal. The penalty will now expire. We're back to even strength. Warriors had quite a season here at the Brantford Civic Center. They are hoping to extend it at least one more day. Marshall Palace with the rip. Saved by Jake Lazor. Boy, Jake Lazor is having a solid night. Taylor Jensen, not in a big hurry this time as he bounces along past to Waylon Abrams. Every possession for the Braves gets them closer. Oh, great save by Mitten. A lovely little passing play. Owen Hill with a good shot, but Mitten makes that stop. Allegany Arrows awaiting the winner of this series in the Can-Am Championship. Boy, whoever comes out of this league is going to be battle-tested and a handful for everybody at the President's Cup. That one was blocked out front. Smooth pickup there by Jason Chido, getting his stick on the run and getting right on top of Howdice Miracle, making that shot a little more difficult than it would have been otherwise. Great pass out front, but the big bump by Cam Seneca on Stove Harris. Stack of Warriors clearing out. Holding penalty coming on that drive to the net. Mason Homer can't believe it, but he'll go off for 2 minutes or less for holding. The Warriors will try to basically replicate what the Braves did last night. Again, it was 13-7 heading into the third period. About 4 minutes before any scoring got going, and then the Braves just got rolling. Tied it up in a span of 10 minutes, which is about what Grand River has to do the same. Can they do it? It's going to be an uphill battle for sure. Firth over to Marshall Palace. He scored from there tonight. Misses on that one, though. It's going to go out to Firth. They've got 8 left on the shot clock. Swinging check there from Thomas as Taylor Jensen sprints into the offensive zone, throws on the brakes. Zach Terry going to the net, peels back out. Good decision. They're shorthanded for another minute 15. Want to keep the clock ticking. Getting under 10 for the shot clock, though. You can take a shot when you want. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me, Zach Terry? Whirling dervish, Zach Terry. This is just a thing of beauty. Fights off one defender. Gets the shot, somehow sneaks that between Imani Mitten and the post. There was not much space, and that is just a beauty from Zach Terry. Goal of the game, maybe goal of the series. I don't know. There's been some pretty good goals. Can't remember them all at the moment. Pretty nice effort there, getting that pass ahead from Anthony D'Amico. Eventually, though, will wind up with Imani Mitten. Short-handed goal, Zach Terry. What a night he is having. It's 15-8 Braves. They've been the top team in this league pretty much the whole season. Allegany came in much heralded. They're very good. Here's a chance off the crossbar for Damani Thomas. But Tonawanda asserted themselves. They got one win judicially. There was a ineligible player situation. There's a rip from Miracle is wide out to Todd Thomas. Backdoor pass. Oh, great move, but what a save! Let's watch that one. That's worth seeing as Taylor Jensen trots up the floor. Great ball movement and spinning to make that save. Oh my goodness. Jake Lazor. Inhuman effort. But then the Braves did it on the floor, showed that they can be at the top of this league. It's looking very much like they will have a matchup with Allegany. That one off the post, off the back of Lazor. Idaho just hands it off. Good decisions being made here by the Braves. Illegal pick. Gates Abrams will give one back to Ryan Johnson. Owen Martin hits the cutting Firth. Looked like he was going to go right down the middle. He'll just shovel it back. Now gets it back from Owen Martin, or from Cole Powless. Warriors making a lot of passes here that are kind of eating up space and time, but not really getting them into a shooting position. Now Bomber will let one fly from the restraining line. They run out of time on the 30. That one did get there in time, they say. But it doesn't matter. It's scooped up by Cam Seneca. Penalty coming. Looks like they're both going to go. Nate Senez and Jesse Longboat. Yeah, I'm not sure what the calls were there, but that's, I think, just trying to keep a lid on this one before things get out of hand. Warriors trying to battle back. Shots now 61-47 in favor of the Braves, but edging towards the Warriors. They're trying to get back into this one, but very smart game being played by the Braves with their lead. Which I don't think is how the Warriors feel about the way they played with the lead last night. They were very disappointed to let that one get away. That was a huge game. Big collision penalty coming to Marshall Stevens. Might get another one. As D'Amico came in to stand up for his teammate. We'll see what it all is. So it's the high stick to start, and then the slash. So with 7:24 to go, we were already at 4-on-4. Now we're going to be 4-on-3 for up to 4 minutes. Yeah, this one's getting away from the Warriors. But Tonawanda Braves. Looking very strong. Good ball movement and just pounding one home there. Hit Baker print up. 18 seconds into the first of that double minor. So that will wipe out the first one. Oh, we've got, is there? Oh, I think, yeah, Jesse Longboat was trying to come out thinking he had the first one. No, that's on the first of the double minor because the matching penalties before just stayed the same. That was for Longboat and Nate Senez. They'll stay in there, as will Marshall Stevens. But the first one's wiped out. There, they've got it up on the scoreboard. You can see it. The 2 minutes for the second penalty. So it remains 4-on-3. Ripped out by Ryan Johnson. Stevens is the faceoff guy. He's still in the box. Avery Steinbach Parker is just looking for someone to pass to. He'll leave it for Gates Abrams. I don't think we're going to have a game in Tonawanda tomorrow. Nice save by Mitten on that hard rip. Gonna hit the man off the bench. Penalty coming to the Braves. It's going to be a slashing call on the way to the bench. The refs are really trying to keep this one in hand as Zach Terry will go for a couple of minutes. And we'll be 3-on-3. And now an unsportsmanlike for Terry, which, wait a second, they had, okay, so that's added on. Otherwise, we could be looking penalty shot here. 3-on-3, it's like an NHL overtime. Owen Hill had something to say. I think the coaches are trying to just tell the Braves to just settle down. Let's just get through the 6.5 without adventure. Stove Thomas, two-man game. That one's picked off. Oh, nice spin by Mason Homer. Jacob Bomberry back in transition defense. Homer steps around him, scores. Here comes Mason Homer. Length of the floor. Pulls up, steps around. That's a nice rip, just finding somehow a hole in Amani Mitten. Yeah, and Amani Mitten's going to go to the bench. Norm Isaacs will come in to play this final 6-12. Scoreboard full of penalties. And they're ready to go. They're getting the ball up at center. And Norm Isaacs wasn't even into the net yet. They will wait, though. Jake Lazor went to get a drink while the switch was happening at the other end. Monty Mitten had kept his helmet on. He still got the helmet on, just has it pulled back, but I can't imagine he's coming back into this game 15-8. Heart of a Warrior, Amani Mitten. Great season last year with the Port Coquitlam Saints. And he has been a rock for this Grand River Warriors club. But his season is going to end watching the final few minutes of this game tick away. Yeah, he's taking the gear off now. The uppers are off. This one's not on you, Amani. Pass across by Seneca. Nice catch. And a rip there from Chido. Here comes Owen Martin ripping forward. That's a good point. You can hear the Braves bench yelling, too many men. And there's no question. There were 4 Warriors out there. The goalie was not pulled. Now those matching penalties end, and we'll go to 4-on-4. Waylon Abrams looks for the pass, gets it, rips one. That's up over everybody and into the mesh. That's going to be Warriors possession. Waylon Abrams thinks he's getting the ball. Now he realizes he is not. He's got to give Stu Martin a little space here. You can't just stand there and check the guy as plays being blown in. Oh, maybe you can. Swinging one-handed checks from Waylon Abrams. But Martin up into the offensive zone. Here's Sam Firth. Rip from Miracle, save Jake Lazor. Thanks, Huddy Nanticoke. I really did. I was on fire while I was muted. I think it is saved because we're getting everything on a memory card. So maybe we'll add it in. No, we're not going to do that. Time running out on Braley Abrams. He'll just roll it up the floor. Norm Isaacs coming out to set a pick. It's going to eventually roll to him. They get the outlet pass to Cole Paulus. It's been quite an inaugural season here for the Grand River Warriors. here at the Brantford Civic Center. Another save, Jake Lazor. Cooling down Todd Thomas. Jake's going to take his glove off to get a little fresh air. It is nice and air conditioned in here. It's a lovely building. Crowds have been pretty solid. They're going to build. It's a good location. Just not going to be hosting any more games this season. Anthony Patterson, that's a beauty. Patterson drifts a floater over into the far corner. Nice job protecting the stick and then finds his spot. Shots have actually closed up some, but it's still 66-50 in favor of the Braves. Norm Isaacs has given one up. Thanks, guys. There's another chance there. Appreciate the comments in the comment panel. The chat. There you go. Sam Firth directing traffic with his head. Warriors just getting their fifth attacker out on this power play. Hard shot by Stove Harris, but saved by Jake Lazor. Belter without his stick. Hard shot. The ball is bouncing around. It's grabbed by Lazor. No. Belter saying, go, go, go. I don't have a stick. Joel Watson was holding it for him. It'll be big. Jake Lazor's been great tonight. He's a very solid goaltender, but I figure Joel Watson will probably be ready to go in the next series. Nice heads-up little pass by Kent Baker Printup to Senez, who will do the same and make a pass over to Owen Hill. His shot late in the 30 was blocked. Go to the Can-Am Facebook page, and I'm sure the schedule will be posted post-haste for the championship series between the Braves and the Allegany Arrows. Basically today, what Tonawanda did is what they've been doing to this league all year, playing steady lacrosse and gradually pulling away, taking advantage of their opportunities. Oh, what a pass! What a goal! Remember we were talking about the goal of the game earlier? I don't know. This might be the new one. Look at this rip from Jake Lazor to find Zach Terry. Great catch. Hard fake that Norm Isaacs eats up. And Terry buries it. Didn't have much pad at the end of that replay because I wanted to get the entire pass from Jake Lazor. 19-8. By in a couple of minutes. Thanks everyone for being with us here as we wrap up Grand Rivers season here at the Brantford Civic Center. Hard rip from Corey Becker. How loud was that off the batting of Norm Isaacs? And here's Cole Pallas gliding up into the offensive zone. Just want to say thanks to everyone here with the Warriors for bringing us on. It's an absolute pleasure to stream these games. Got to see Can-Am action live, up close and personal. What a great league. It is so much fun to see these terrific players battling every night. Nice pass through. Jacob Bummer trying to get the shot off. That's a good defensive effort there from Chido. And the 30 will expire. Todd Thomas just flips it over his shoulder, which in a closer game might warrant a consideration of a delay of game call, but you're not calling that now. That's not going to help anything. Owen Hill, the unsung hero here. Such a good player. Oh, come on, Waylon Abrams. How do you make that shot? Owen Hill's just going to lob it over to Abrams. It's getting a bit late in the shot clock, so he'll just fire one from downtown Brantford, pretty much in the public library parking lot. And I think we are going to keep the clock rolling at this point. It is 20-8. A subtle little indication from the official. Warriors will win this face-off. And boy, that's kind of how their night has gone. Marshall Stevens wins the draw, passes it across, and it bounces into their bench. Thanks, lacrosse friends, for being with us. It's going to be Allegany and Tonawanda. As many people expected, neither team had an easy series here in the first round, but it is going to be a battle in the finals. Nice catch. Pass across. Big save, Norm Isaacs. And Stu Martin doesn't like Braley Abrams going through the crease and giving a little brush to Norm Isaacs. That is going to do it as the clock keeps ticking. And it's all over. Final shots on goal, 70-52 for the Braves. The final score, 20-8. The Braves go on to the Can-Am Championship Series against the Allegany Arrows. The Warriors going to regroup and get ready for next year. It has been a great season here at the Brantford Civic Center. Thanks, lacrosse friends, for being with us. And we will have the handshakes as the series wraps up. And remember to check out the schedule for Tonawanda and Allegany. I know Blue Squash Productions will have at least some of those games, maybe all of them. I'm hoping and thinking it probably will be all of them, but we'll see. Check the schedule on the Can-Am Facebook page. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Stamp Lax YouTube Productions. Thanks for being with us. We'll leave you with the handshakes. Have a great night.